Yes, people, we are back here with another live stream, another game that we are covering, and we are here for the Reds taking on the Brumbies in this Australian derby. It was a massive game for really. Whoever wins this game, you could say, puts them in a much better position to go on and win the competition. So yeah, of course, both these two teams are currently fifth and sixth on the Super Rugby log, Mm, and yeah, the Reds sitting there with 9 games. They do have 2 games in hand. Um, of playing this game, they have 1 game in hand. I believe it's up against the Hurricanes. Could be. Not totally sure, but they do have a game in hand. Let me check. Uh, it should be up against a Fijian draw. Looking at the fixture list, I think they have a game in hand. So yeah, but let's get into the lineups then, and we'll start with the Reds. It is Aiden Ross, Matt Faisler, Zain Nongoro, uh, Seru Uru, uh, Lukan Salakaya Lotu, Joe Bryle, Fraser McWright, captain, and Harry Wilson. Of course, Harry Wilson, I do believe, was at the Brumbies, but do correct me if I'm wrong. Kalani Thomas, uh, McLaughlin Phillips, I think is how you say it. Tim Ryan, Ante Paisami, Josh Fluke, Filippo Dalgunu, and Jock Campbell is the lineup for the Reds. For the Brumbies, they've got James Slipper, Lachlan Longeren, uh, Reins van Nack, South African there, I believe, Nick Frost, Lachlan Shaw, Rob Valentini, Rory Scott, and Toby McPherson, and Ryan Lodigan, captain there for the Brumbies, Declan Meadoff, Corey Two, David Falolani, Caden Pritchard, Andy Merritt, and Tom Wright. Tom Wright gonna be really the one. Him and Coral too gonna have to work very hard there in the midfield. So yeah, that is the lineups of both teams. I do just quickly want to see if sound is coming through on my earphones. It is not. Just give me 2 seconds. I just want to connect it my laptop to. Okay, that actually won't work. I will need to connect it on my phone, but that's okay. Anthony says I voted Brumbies. Kevin says, "Hi, how are you? I've been listening to Amish. Today I've got Brumbies 38, Reds 19. Hi, Kevin. I'm good, thanks. I hope you're good as well. So for those that don't know me, I'm Hanu. As Flashan says, say good morning and good morning, Flashan. Hope you're well. Well, and yeah, the game about to start. Players are coming out, so it should be a crack of a game. Hamish is has gone probably to bed or because I think he's planning on to like get an hour or two sleep in just before the Champions Cup games. Of course, those games taking place around midnight, I believe, in New Zealand. So, or 2 a.m. around in New Zealand. So it will be a bit tough, but yeah, I am here for you guys to just help out and cover. Uh, so yeah, of course, for this game, I'm hoping the Brumbies would. The game has kicked off. We see the Kalani Thomas putting a nice up and under, but it's won back by the Brumbies. Tom Wright steps inside, gets past one defender, gets put down inside the red half on the 10-meter line. Rob Valentini with a massive carry there over that vantage line. McPherson there. Rob Valentini back again for some action. Ryan Lonergan gives it to Aaron Reins van Nack. Won it out wide. Pritchard into Connor. It's been lost forward by the Brumbies at the breakdown. That's not nice, Jordan. That's not nice. Hopefully it gets better. So I am from South Africa. So on the western part of South Africa. So yeah. I'm a Kiwi lad, but undercover. and undercover South African in Kiwi lad. Cover South African fan. Kiwi. Lonnie Thomas plays it. Oh, that's a forward pass, but it's been knocked on anyway. Ryan Lonergan gives it to Andy Merritt. Looks for the 50-22. Is that a 50-22? It was taken back though. It's been given a 50-22, but it was taken back, so I don't understand how it can be a 50-22. Or is it just me? But let's move on. Oh, nice set play there from the Brumbies off the liner. It's a big carry by Lonergan. Lonergan gives it for James Slipper. Fairway. Good work. A break on time there. About 10 meters away from the try line. The Brumbies. James Slipper. Lonergan has a look. Pick and go from Van Nack. Scott picks it up. Roy Scott. Rob Valentini there. This is really good defense by the Reds. It's been 11 phases and Brumbies have yet to get it much more further than they did. And it is now penalty advantage, so just a bit of ill discipline. And quick tap there from Ryan Lonergan is just short. And now the Brumbies just very close and they've gone over the Brumbies. Is it Van Nack? No, the number 5, Lachlan Shaw. Oh, with the pick and go there, goes over. Good play there from Ryan Lonergan with the quick tap. And then it's right time. Sees the opportunity, it's just short like a meter. And then the big man, Shaw, going over. Just needed to fall over basically and get it down. Jordan says that Shaw scores a few tries. Yeah. Apologies, Connor. Apologies, I forgot about the scoreboard. I will quickly add that. Apologies, Connor. Apologies, I forgot to add that to the thingy. We'll quickly add that. But it is 7-0 to the Brumbies. Wait, can you give me Super Rugby? Let me just zoom quickly. Super Rugby. Live. There we go. Okay. 2 seconds. And penalty against the Brumbies after kickoff. for obstruction, I believe. Oh, I saw it in my chat. Okay, there. It's the scoreboard. Apologies. There you guys have it. Okay. Uh, Nathan says, love the content from Wales. Thank you for tuning in, Nathan. Hopefully you're doing well. Nathan, do let me know. Are you a fan of the Dragons, or which team do you support over there in Wales? So yeah, I saw me with a big carrot there. Chance here for the Reds. It's a big number 5 look on the Reds of the side. On the other side for the Reds, it's Salakaya Lotu who scores. Quick response from the Reds. Ospreys. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough season for you, Nathan. But at least the Ospreys do perform. Um, um, in the Welsh derbies, though. That's one thing I have to give them credit. Salakai Lotu of the try. So both the number 5 locks of both teams scoring the tries. Jordan saying he's a Kiwi. It's a Kiwi. Salakai Lotu. And anything you can do, Lachlan Shaw, I can do better. That's a deep kickoff by Declan Mirdev. And he wins the Brumbies some territory. That clearance kick there from Kalani Thomas, not going too far, just outside the red 22. Nathan says, my guilty pleasure is both rugby, one of the best squads in all rugby. Yeah, they are. They are like one of the best, aren't they? And they are coming up against a very strong Bordeaux side. Rob Valentini off the line out of the carry up against Harry Wilson. Does really well. Good play there. Skips the first guys in the pot. Oh, that's a good pop there into Lachlan Shaw, the try scorer. But there's Fraser McRae to stole the ball from the breakdown. It is the captain. Fraser McRae with the steal. That's his first steal of the game. Um, to be honest, I do think Bordeaux will win, Nathan. I just feel like in France, whoever wins that game will go on to win the competition, I think, but I just can't go against Bordeaux in France. I think Murat is a menace at Super Rugby and international level. He absolutely is. He's one of Australia's best players. And usually when he has a good game, the Reds have a good game. That's a poor line out from the Reds, but it's been kicked through by them. And now Muir kicks it forward and gets it a good few meters forward. The line out just inside the Brumbies half for the Reds. Tim Ryan showing they re-signed for the Reds on a 2-year contract extension. They go to the front, the Reds there off the line out. Fraser McWright with the carry. Who do you think will win the Rugby World Cup? South Africa. um, to be fair, I think it's between us or France, really. I don't see New Zealand. Or, yeah. But New Zealand is an unknown, so But I think we probably will win it again. Thomas with the kick in behind. That will go out. To touch. Jordan says, sure, bro, keep dreaming. I don't know. I feel like I don't think it will be the. What do you call him? Stuff like the Irish said. The thing is, you guys are unknown quantity. Like, I don't know what to expect from you. That's a good clearance kick there by Jock Campbell. Up the bridge. Don't do USACs. They are nowhere near that level. Even Ospreys would be the USACs, Nathan. Yeah, absolutely, Nathan. That's one thing that is. I, you want to keep it traditional, don't you? The British and Irish Lions. Don't want to include like more stuff. Oh, nice pass on the wing. It is McPherson with a big curve, but he's been tackled out. Massive tackle there. Good defense by the Reds. It's Filippo Dangunu with the tackle. I think that pass went forward either way. Uh, but Filippo Dangunu with a massive tackle there on him. On troops of France. Yeah, France. But then again, you play France in the Six Nations basically. They can't. They from Salakai a lot to reel that one in off the line out. Referee says ball is out and the Brumbies are on it. Where is it at? It's still with the red, says the referee, so the Brumbies will have to lose it. Thomas goes high. Dalgunu challenges. That's been knocked on by the Brumbies. And there is Harry Wilson putting the kick through. Tom Wright. Filippo Dalgunu. Tom Wright does really well and gets it away with his right boot. But just outside the Brumbies 22 are the Reds. Salakaloto plucks that one out of the air with his one hand. And then a good kick there. Tom Wright playing some good rugby. Leonard here for the Reds, just outside the Brumbies 22. Thomas. And there's a big carry by Pasami. They've got a good team, the Reds, you know. McLaughlin. Dalgunu knocks it on, unfortunately, and it will be a scrum to the Brumbies just as they were getting a bit of momentum. Be up names. If I would like Southern to do a joint team, absolutely. I like that would be very interesting to see. But I just think of the amount of rugby there is right now. Um, I don't see where you fit that in the calendar. Newborns, Sui is accredited with making Italy's forwards good all of a sudden, says Jordan. Says I've been to France. It's up. And that was 2017. It's probably like little Algeria now. So why don't you like it, Jordan? Is it just because it's like Algeria? It's not that great. This is probably the first scrum of the game, isn't it? No, there has been a knock on previously, so it's not. But we have had not a lot of scrums in the first 15 minutes. Brumbies feed just outside day 22. Brumbies have a better scrum, I think, says Jordan. Low. Crash ball there. Long again. Sniping goes to Van Neck. Long again. Goes high. That's knock on advantage to the Brumbies. President McWright with a carry there. They're over the ball, the Brumbies. So it will be a scrum to the Reds. They're like champions of Europe, champions of Cup versus champions rugby. Uh, yeah, that could be interesting. Like end of the season, like an all-star type of weekend you can do. Just a mini tournament. You can have winners of the Super Rugby, winners of the top 14, winners of the Champions Cup, winners of the Challenge Cup, winners of the URC. Like those five, and then can have the top two going through if you want. Go to a final. I'm doing good, names. Hopefully you're doing good. We have Chelsea fan. I'm doing good, thanks. Hope you're doing well. Free kick to the right, quick tap there from Kalani Thomas. Play down the wing. Oh, but that's a big tackle there by Pritchard in the midfield. Thomas with the kick again goes over the top. Could go. Oh, that's a brilliant kick from Thomas. The bounce of the rugby ball puts that one just 5 meters out from the Brumbies try line. Excellent vision from Kalani Thomas. What do you think the captain of the All Blacks should be? Kevin, I would say probably be Adi Savia, but I don't know. And again, gonna go for the line out throw. That's well. Nick Frost with the big one, and then Lonergan with the Terrence. So the captain of the All Black, that's an interesting one. I feel like probably Sav Adi. Cody Taylor. Yeah, those are my top two picks. Cody Taylor or Adi. Right, so line just outside the Brumbies 22. Nice grab. They're off the line now. Hunter Paisami with another big carry. That's a good tackle by Scott. Wilson, nice backdoor. Now Filippo Dogunu gets away. Just short of the 22. Right, making some good ground, making some good carries. Now they go down the short side. Dogunu. They face left. Uru with the big carry. Thomas again looks to the short side, decides not. McWright goes for the carry. Now they go down the short side again, or Uru knocks that one on. Just not on the same wavelength. But the Brumbies have it. So they have advantage. And now they're gonna look to play it. That's Mirdev ends up almost where they started, across the field. Lonergan puts this one into the air. And that's backwards by Raid. Harry Wilson looks for Ryan. Ryan steps inside. Good tackle there by McPherson. The Reds on halfway. Untidy, but that's a good switch. And the Reds are through here. It's McPhillips. He had Wilson on his inside, but didn't use him. Was there a knock on by the Reds? Referee says the ball was out. Uru, Thomas, Paisami. Nongo. Uru. Again. Pick and go. Gives Thomas quick ball. That back door is the one there. Ryan pops it up for Under by Sami. Run back a few meters. Now white ball. Try to the shoulder stay through contact. Camel. Norgon. Again, is the ball out? Referee says the ball is out and James Slipper, the veteran, gets it. And now the Brumbies clear their lines. Massive kick there by Ryan. By Ryan Lonergan. And that's a massive kick downfield. Bit of kicking battle here now. Now Tom Wright says we're gonna run it. Gives it to Andy Murray, who carries it up to halfway. Brumbies possession. Good kick there by Tom Wright. Doesn't go out. Puts it on the left boot. That's gone out. Will he play quickly? No. Oh. Campbell using his left foot. Didn't get the best of contact. But it went out. So it is the Brumbies line out just short of halfway. Nice work from the Brumbies. Long again. Gives it to Fayu. Massive carry there. Pick and go there by Shaw. Rob Valentini. Yeah, is that ball out? Referee says here the ball is out and they are through here, the Reds. Has he got the pace? Joe Brunel. Oh, it's been eye tackle there. Just 5 meters from the line. From the line. Referee says he didn't release after he was brought down. The referee says he was out. The speed on Joe Brunel. Insane. But that's a high tackle, isn't it? That's a high tackle. Was he out in the contact? I don't know. The Suncorp crowd don't like it. I wouldn't either. The referee says you don't need to be out when you're on the ground. You have to be out when you go to ground. But that's how I tackle though, so I don't know. I will get to the chat in a bit. I see there's lots of comments. I just want to wait for stoppage. And there's a penalty for the Reds, winning the ball at the breakdown. Fraser McWright, what's the call? Going to the post? Gets the ball there. Good tackle on Mierdev. Yeah, that's a poor decision by Ben O'Keefe. Yeah, they are going to the post, the Reds, so we'll get to the comments. Reed Nicholas says Friday 8th. Make Chiefs versus Reds next. I believe so. McLaughlin Phillips. I'll have a quick look. What's the count? Yeah, so Chiefs Reds is next weekend. No one's touching him when he goes up though. So yeah. Jordan says I thought the Reds would beat the Brumbies easy, but it might be closer. It might be Jordan, but the Reds have taken the lead. Uh, we'll get into the Thomas with the kick there. Tom Wright knocks it backwards. Tom Wright puts it to the boot into the hands of Dalgunu. Dalgunu. He knows only one way, and that's running it straight into contact, and he does that really well. He's going for the big up and under, I think. Thomas. Okay, now he's giving it to Phillips, who's gonna put it into the sky. It's been won by Jock Campbell, but the Brumbies are over at the breakdown, and they've won the turnover. Who's it? It's Declan Mildev, the fly off. It was pushed, it was cleaned out at first. So he won the ball at first and then was cleaned out afterwards. But the referee gave the penalty. And Gilbert Enoka bring his no uh, policy, so he better fix audit. Maybe. Breakout star in Super Rugby, that's probably not a question you should be asking me. I don't really watch Super Rugby that much. It's a game you're there, but don't really know. Probably Sid Arvey. He's up there. I know he's up there. Uh, Rob Valetini. Meredith. Brumbies just short of the red 22. Tom Wright gives it to Valetini. Need to leave that. To stopped on the 22. Lonergan. To Brumbies just short of that 22. They need someone to break. McPherson, and there's a knock on for the Brumbies, unfortunately. Yeah, the Reds look comfortable when the Brumbies go side to side, but not when the Brumbies go punch for punch like Gary off the rocks and so. But there's a knock on by the Brumbies. Um, Gus Downs says how good was Scribe? Not many. The original Crusade last week can rock a show like this. He was very good. He was very good, I have to say. He was very good, Gus Down. Um, so that's gone directly into touch there from Thomas. Pressure on Thomas and it's kicked it directly into touch. So it will be a Brumbies lineup just outside the 22 of the Reds. That's gone over throw there by the Brumbies and the Reds have scooped it up. Thomas going for the kick again. That's a better kick. That's a good kick. That could go roll out for maybe 50-22. Just doesn't. A tool is there quick enough. Goes into touch. Reds line out. 30 minutes gone. This game has flown by, even though it's been a low scoring, it's been all action. For the Reds, Matt Faisler going to throw this one in. It was almost stolen there by the Brumbies. But the Reds get the tap back. Harry Wilson gets the shoulders for the contact. Clark Thomas gonna put this one into the air again. Lots of kicking from the base by the Reds. That's knocked by White is Ben O'Keefe. Lonergan gonna also kick this one into the air. Could be a... Oh, that's a good tackle there by Corey too. Jason McWright. Up to halfway the Reds are gonna go for the kick again. Justin says, I reckon the AV skipper will be Cody Taylor. Yeah, he's definitely top 2 for me. Brumbies feed the knock on by Joe Barrow. I think Cody Taylor and Adi Sevilla are the top 2 for me. Stephen Larkin and Les Kiss, the 2 coaches. Even the group captain. Yeah, but you don't know if he's gonna start every game. Oh, he should start every game. But he's not gonna play a full 80 minutes. Where Cody Taylor might play a full 80. On again off the scrum, gives it to Meredith, who gives it to Fairlui. On again. To first receiver gets driven back. On again goes for the kick. It comes off the Reds player. Backwards to Dalgunu. Dalgunu goes across the field, finds some space here, the Reds. Oh, knock on there by Thomas, but it was knocked on out of the hand of Thomas. And he mirrored with a silly mistake there. Jordan says his third choice by Tokyo and Bell. Who's Bell? Who's Bell? I never. What's Bell first name? Status play way better with Bell than Taylor. Yeah, and he mirrored with a silly mistake. George Bell. I feel like I've heard of him, but I can't put his face to the name. George Bell. No, I have not watched him play. Has he played for the ABs, George Bell? Yeah, he has to be. Up and coming one. Oh, okay. Harry Wilson with a good carry there, gives it off to Faisal. Good morning, Mohadin. I'm very good, thanks. Hope you're well. Uru with a good carry. Quick ball for Thomas. Long goal. Right, using the big forwards. Right, quick ball that goes off Phillips into the hands of Paisami. Harry Wilson. He's knocked that one on. Oh, he's probably not. He hasn't knocked that one on. Probably come off a feet. I think to Ben O'Keefe. And now Mirdev kicks this one down. Gets it off the side of the boot, so it's basically just where it was. Rain coming down, so yeah, probably just off the boot there. Kick forward there, face the, but it's basically a line out just still inside the Brumbies half. But the rain coming down now hard. 6-man line out for the Reds. They go front. Uru bounces it to Thomas, goes into contact. Salakai Lotto pops it up for Harry Wilson. Salakai Lotto with a big one. Fraser McGrath. He's driven back by Rob Valentini. Ryle with a carry. Fessler using his hand to get himself forward. Penalty advantage for the Reds. Yeah, Rob Valentini went for the... Wait. Just be a scrum to the Reds. He first gave advantage. Now he's giving... First gave penalty advantage. And now he said it's just a knock on there from Rob Valentini. Jason, no, I can't show the game. Mohadin, I said the Bulls are not playing. I'm not too fussed, not too upset because there's some good rugby that's gonna be on. So there was no rugby, yes, absolutely. Gaston says, I think Arnie has divided the dressing room, so it needs to be given to a bloke who knows how to win, and that man is Cody Taylor from the Crusaders. In a way, I agree with you. I think there's definitely some split on Arnie. So yeah. Jordan says, I think Arnie's racist and too big for his boots. Gilbert and Noka will sort him out. That's a big claim. What? Where's the advantage? There was a knock on by the Reds. That's why the advantage was came back. Scrum reset. Beab Money says, so Money says, Beab Manu and the chat and Super Rugby Classic. By the way, but do you also get coverage of the European rugby from the Premiership or Anakin Cup, for example? So Anakin Cup has transformed into the Investing Champions Cup now. I do get coverage for that. Premiership don't really get coverage now and then. So yeah, but European rugby absolutely. They do get. I don't think so, Nems. But oh, that's a big scrum from the Reds. They swing it out wide. Jock Campbell. That's a good tackle there by Joe Murad. Sorry, Andy Murad. Wilson is tackled back. That's a knock on by Brill. Knows this the referee. McBride knocks it backwards. Now Salakai Lotu over the ball of the Brumbies. James Tupper references leave it. Penalty advantage to the Reds. Uru. Thomas puts in the grubber, and it's right time Reds. That's a brilliant try by Josh Fluke. Fluke stretching, and he gets it. It's a try for the Reds. Kalani Thomas has a look, sees the space in behind. And Josh Fluke. Vision from Thomas. And Josh Fluke with a brilliant grab. Wait. I think he got it down, but the replay. It's a good try. That replay looked a bit good, but 50-50. Let's see this replay again. Does he get it properly done? Yeah. Yeah, I think he gets it done and then it pops up. That try was definitely not a fluke, says Money. Absolutely. I seem to see James Slipper still playing, Aussie legend and one of the most capped players. Yep. Kickoff. So 17-7. We have seen the restart. Kickoff there from the Brumbies deep, and Thomas will just put this one into touch, and that's half time. 17-7. Where is Kalani Thomas from? I just need to find out. Is he Australia? How is he not selected for the Aussie team? Because he's not their regular 9, is he? Jeez, Josh Fluke is a proper Aussie, you know. Doing an interview with him and that voice, that's a proper Aussie accent. Aaron Smith didn't have a massive voice either. Says Jordan. I think that's in relation to. I hope Cody Taylor doesn't lead the ACA because he doesn't have the voice for it. Sounds like he lost his voice. Wait, Aaron Smith did have the voice for it. When Aaron Smith done it, it was proper as well. We need Piri Piri, Wepu, or Liam Messim. Interesting. So yeah, that's half time. Names, I don't think I'll be doing a football channel on my channel this weekend. Don't think so. Gaston says bring Aaron Smith back and he can lead the haka. That's where the Aaron Smith comment came from, Jordan. But to be fair, Aaron Smith is a legend, so just bring him back. But yeah, very good half of rugby, 17-7. The Reds do lead. So yeah, it is a very interesting one to come. But I feel like the Reds have dominated territory and the ball. I feel like they have they've dominated territory and possession, and the kicking from Thomas is very good. They're controlling the air battle, and the Brumbies just haven't been able to get in the game. They're playing very flat when they go side to side. They look dangerous when they go pick up and drive by the forwards or work off the forwards. But other than that, don't know, it doesn't really look that good for the Brumbies. Sorry, the Reds are doing really well. Bring back Aaron Smith anyway. Get him amongst right guard. Hotham, they need Coro Smith with them. Yeah, you can lead them and guide them, can't you? Definitely. So yeah, 2 seconds, people. Okay. So yeah, but let's have a look at what that's the benches. I will bring that up. What's to come for both teams? Of course, the Reds do play the Chiefs, then the Force, then Moana Pacifica, and then Fiji and Draw. So you're probably looking at 3 possible wins for the Reds. Maybe they lose up against the Chiefs. They win this game. Then they beat the Force, Moana, and the Draw. Probably the Force is the toughest game, I would say, after the Chiefs. So for the Brumbies, they have the Force, the Waratahs, and Moana. So they've got big derbies coming up, and the Brumbies haven't been good in the Aussie derbies this season. I feel like they definitely got 2 wins in them, the Brumbies. Definitely 2 wins, but the Waratahs game, that's going to be a big one. Have a look at recent results, of course. The Reds are lost against the Force, so they will be playing them again, but they have lost against them. They beat the Crusaders and lost up against the Blues last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. They almost won up again, almost got the draw, the Reds, almost. For the Brumbies, their recent results, they played up, they beat the Islanders, lost up against the Drua, and lost up against the Canes. They have not had a good last 2 games, and when you look at their fixtures, if they lose this one, that Force are gonna be eyeing them. They're gonna be looking to control them reel them in the Force. I want to see the log is not here. Is the log here? This was the log before the game. For the Blues game, I believe. So this was the table before the Blues game. Was the Blues have now gone past the Chiefs, I believe. So yeah, because the Blues won, so they've gone past the Chiefs. But if you look at it, the Brumbies on 25, the Crusaders on 27, the Reds on 23, and the Drua on 20. Tars on 20, Highlanders on 20. So if the Reds win here, it's gonna be much tougher for these teams to get into the top 6 because then the Brumbies are on 25. So you have to win 2 games to overtake the Brumbies. And Brumbies have to drop 2 games, if you guys understand what I mean. So yeah, but let's Gustan, there seems to be people in the crowd. There is not a lot, but there is. I think the rain has kept people away. Gustan says after watching Super Rugby makes me wanna head to Chichi next weekend. That's how good it is. Were you at the stadium itself, Gustan? Reds are, of course, the team James Rapper began his rugby career. Not a happy homecoming so far, though. Yeah, not a very happy homecoming. Looking at the table, the Brumbies cannot afford to lose this game. They can't. Well, both teams can't afford to lose, but the Reds do have the extra game. But I feel like the Reds can are more in the must-win position than Brumbies. Because for someone to take the to overtake the Brumbies, they have to win 2 games. and the Brumbies have to lose 2 games. No, they are not playing chess. I think it's European rugby semi-finals, and we did not make it. No South African teams that make the European rugby semis. So if you look at the run to come, they play the Fools, they play the Tars. The Tars on 20 points and Moana. So the Brumbies will have to lose 2 games of this, and then to be overtaken, basically. But if the Reds lose, they can be overtaken by just a win from either of these teams and a loss. The Reds could definitely lose this game, lose next weekend. So I feel like if you're one of these teams outside of the top 6, you want the Brumbies to win. Because if the Brumbies don't, if the Brumbies win, then the Fijian Giraffe, Waratahs, Highlanders, Fools, they basically just have to win a game to overtake the Reds, where you have to win 2 games to overtake the Brumbies. So I hope I'm explaining it right. $25 Aussie for the cheapest ticket at Suncorp seems a good price. £13. Yeah, that's a decent price. Not bad for a derby like this. It's not bad. Um, I watch it from North Haven, South Australia. Okay, but do the Crusaders play next week? Let's have a look. The Crusaders. Crusaders will play the Blues. Ooh, that's a massive one, isn't it? The Crusaders up against the Blues. That's a derby. North versus South, basically, or well, the 2 most successful New Zealand teams. So, is it the 2 most successful New Zealand teams? Probably is. Amish, I believe, is either in Dreamland or he is just resting up for the Champions Cup. So, for the Champions Cup and Challenge Cup, because that is around 12, midnight or 2 a.m. around there for you guys. So I think 2 a.m. So that's a tough one. I think it's just gone for get a few hours of sleeping and then be ready for those 2 at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. So yeah, but let's have a look at the bench. I will let me. You guys will see it there, there, and there, there. There we go. We'll see it there. But I do have it here, so it's a bit more clearer. So the Reds have Josh Nasser to my Amanga Allen, Bloomfield, Miller, Latu, Vola Vola, and Pritchard. Then the Brumbies have got Baron, Scoobreen, Neville, Rima, Fawn, Tane Edmer, and Shaps Ford. I feel like the Reds bench is a bit better, isn't it? Just nice, yeah, I feel like the bench of the Reds are just a bit too bit better. And see him next weekend. No, Albert. Oh, that's big. Gus down. That's big, man. I don't know. Good night, Jordan. Hopefully, think we'll see you in the chat for the Champions Cup games. So yeah. The Crusaders next. That's massive. That's gonna be a massive game. Crusaders Blues. And that's always a massive game, isn't it? Um, so yeah, that's massive, massive game. Probably not. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, too early. Ah, okay, fair enough, Jordan. My system off now. Time for me to eat. I'll see you again. See you again soon. Yeah, the coach of assistant coach of the Red team. Just the message was more of the same. More of the same for the Reds. Was from the Eels. Interest. Okay, that's rugby league. That is. Jordan says, but no worries, Jordan. No worries, Jordan. So yeah, second half about to get underway. Brumbies came back from a 10-point deficit only like earlier this season in up against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have only interesting fact they've just said here. The Chiefs have only come back from a 10-point deficit at away from home twice in the whole history. That's a that's a very surprising stat. Johnson was firmly in third place now. Yeah, we're also doing good in the rugby league. Fluke. So Aiden Ross is off and Tumanga Allen is on early on. No names. That is rugby league. Rugby league is in Australia and New Zealand. These two teams are both Australian teams in the Super Rugby. Penalty against the Brumbies. I think they could go for the post. They are gonna go for the post. Draw man outstanding today, says Gastown. Absolutely fantastic from the Fijian drawer today. To get that one over the Islanders, it makes the playoff race just so more exciting, doesn't it? Yeah, James Lepidale side. Oh, sorry, not rolling away. And Phillips goes for the 3 points and gets the 3 points. The Reds increase their lead to 13 points. 20 points to 7. And Chelsea 2, Forest 2, and we're playing on Monday. Yeah, I think Chelsea up against Nottingham Forest. I think we win. Because they are playing in the Europa League semi-final. Do you see now Meredith going in for the kickoff? Just feel like the Reds have the better team, like in terms of players and everything. Now that's wrapped in the tackle there by two, forces the knock on by Harry Wilson. Yeah, Si. I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. Hope you're well, Si. Harry Wilson there, big carry and then loses it in contact. Champions League will be great. It absolutely will be. Champions League second leg, second place early next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Lachlan. Sorry, Lonergan. Gonna feed this one into the scrum. Brumbies scrum inside the rate 22, and that's a big carry by Fairlouis. It gets up to the rate's 5-meter line. They need to release there. James Slapper with the carry there. Oh, sorry, Lonergan with the snipe. He almost got it out up. Now the Brumbies just short of the line. He rolls a couple of times. Did he get a couple of extra rolls in? And Rob Valentini falls over, but the Reds are going to definitely ask the question, I would assume. But Rob Valentini scoring a try. Hitting back there. Good by David Fialuni. Lonergan goes himself and then just a pickup. Did he roll legs a few times there? Lachlan Lonergan. Then just a pop up to Rob Valentini and he falls over. They hit back straight away, the Brumbies. And Lonergan looking to add the extras. And they do. It does so. The game now a 6-point gap. Bayern is going to say bye-bye. I do think Bayern Munich are going out of the Champions League. I do agree. So yeah, but good try there by Rob Valentini. Just gotta go then. Injured for the Reds and a few more guys. So instead of first 6 minutes after half, the Brumbies to increase their lead and make the deficit, but more or less. Okay, line out to the Reds, just on the 10-meter line. And that's a good tap back. Lon again. Brumbies. He's winning that ball off the Reds line out. Meredith with the eye up and under. Tim Ryan, that's really well in the air. Big Rick saying the game's closer than expected. I thought the game would be this close, but maybe that's because I don't know really. I don't follow Super Rugby that much, but the Reds have been the better team. The Brumbies are just keeping themselves in it. Reds win the territory battle there. If you were saying Brumbies, come on, people, hit the like button, please. Afternoon, Roof. Roof says afternoon, looking great there. Afternoon, Roof. So there's a Reds line out just inside the Brumbies half. Oh, they steal the ball again, the Brumbies. Now Andy Murray puts this one downfield. Tim Ryan, what's he gonna do? Goes across the field, he's brought down. Yeah, Rob Valentini scored the try. Oh. Puts the ball was on the ground and kicked it forward. Delguni was brought down, but there's a bit of space here for the Brumbies to run. Tom Wright. He's brought down there. So James Slap is off. off, and I believe Rice Van Neck is also off. And Darcy Breen and Blake Scoop. But Big Rick, while you are here, you're a man that knows European rugby well. Who's gonna win today's game? In the champion, who's gonna win the semi-finals today, Big Rick? Right, looks in behind, puts the ball to boot. That will go. Okay, Tim Ryan picks it up on the boot, on the bounce, puts it to boot, and into touch. That's territory gain there for the Brumbies. Brumbies of hand clapping emoji says Jesse. You reckon Toulon's gonna win? Ooh, that's a big one. I'm a Brumbies fan today, says Roof. Toulon. Oof. I also have a feeling Toulon will. But I don't want to predict that on Super Brew. That's my only thing because everyone's going Lens. But the thing is, Lens have never beaten Toulon. But French teams are just so good, aren't they? Lens choke a lot. Yeah. Brumbies. Pritchard fighting off. But he's gonna be dragged out into touch. Oh no, he got the ball away somehow, and then Lonergan is dragged into touch. Training get turned cold and wintry. Ruth, the sun is out, but it's cold. We had rain over here a couple of 2 days. We had like over 100 millimeters of rain across the 2 days. See there, Josh Fluke just holding his shoulder. Only 6 points. Come on, says Big Rig. A third one in a row. The Brumbies pump off the Reds line out. Rob Valentini for massive carry over the 10-meter line. Fraser McWright looking to get his hands on that. Referee tells him no. Scott is also off and Luke Raymer is on. So the bench of the Brumbies are doing really well. Lonergan goes for the kick. It's been touched down, but falls into the hands of Tom Wright. He gives it to O2. Pearson. Meredith. Rob Valentini. Oh, that's a good. Pritchard gets over the tackle, gets off the tackle, gets into the 22. Lonergan is under pressure. He gets put down, but they do have penalty advantage. The Brumbies just short of the red 22. Probably Roof because he wants to be ready for the semis. Tom Wright puts a chip kick over. This could be a good one. Or to Andy Murray plays his Jock Campbell in there, but they will go back for a penalty advantage all the way across to the other side. That was a long advantage. Roof says, Brumbies, let's gallop over the Reds now. Which Roof say I'm eating a burgers roll with onions and sauce. Which sauce, Roof? What type of sauce? What type of sauce? That's an important question. Tomato sauce, mustard, or some what sauce? Or some tomato relish. Line out to the Brumbies. That's a good one. They get it down. And it's Lonergan with the ball in behind. Lachlan Lonergan, then hooker for the Brumbies. And now Ryan uses it. Rob Valentini Gives it to the big man and Fairlani who carries, and now Rob Valentini with another massive carry. Offside, penalty advantage this time. They just short there. It's over the line and need to release, and they score. The Brumbies hit back under the post. It's the Brumbies who will have taken the lead. The Reds are asking a question. Mohadin, this game is being streamed on my channel as well, Mohadin. So mostly when I do rugby, I will co-stream it with. When I do cover game, it will be on here on the Kiwi Lads, and it will be co-streamed to my channel. Good try there by David Fellow. Didn't look like the ball was on the ground there, but we move on. Here the replay. On again, the Brumbies look to take the lead, and they have taken the lead. They've overcome a 13-point deficit with inside 10, with inside 14 minutes. Momentum swings into the favor of the Brumbies. So the score was 17-7 at halftime, and the Reds took 3 points almost straight into the second half. And now the Brumbies have turned that around. So 13-point deficit turned around inside 14-15 minutes. And that's a good work there. Again, so they've pinched the Reds ball at line-out time 3 times in a row. It's the Reds line-out on the 10-meter again. Will they get it once more? Will it be 4 times in a row? Yes, it will be for the Brumbies, winning the Reds ball 4 times in a row. But big up and under there by Miradev. Good contest in the air, but Campbell does well for the Reds. They need to release. He pops it off. McWright decides he's gonna carry on. That's a big hit by Filiani. Lined up the Red skipper there. Now Harry Wilson. Sweet chili mayonnaise is roof. Interesting. That's a good combination, kind of. And that ball bounces. Rob Valentini will get it. It sounds delicious, Roof. Oh, Reds over the ball. They've won the penalty. Right on halfway. Just couldn't clean him out. Nongo winning the ball there. Lots of replacements coming on here for the Reds. Free on. So 23 Pritchard is on. Yeah. Graham Pritchard versus his brother Trayvon Pritchard. On there. Do you support Bath? No, Mohadin. I'm a Bulls fan, but I do like a bit of Bath. I don't hate them. I'm glad it has helped you, Chelsea fan. I'm glad. Very glad it has helped you. So, Kalani Thomas is off and Wickrun is on. Pritchard is also on for Ryan. And then there's one more sub, but the driving maul of the Reds moving forward. And Bloomfield is on for Nungoro. Chance here for the Reds. Faceless has it. Pressure here from the Brumbies. That ball will come out. Harry Wilson. Vantage offside, but it's a knock on there by the Reds, so they will go back for that advantage. Do you go for touch or do you go for the 3 points? Big decision have to be made here for Fraser right. I feel like you have to go for the touch. I feel like you have to tap and go. Don't take the 3 points. Tap and go. Your lineups are not functioning, so go for the tap and go. Tap and go. So yeah, there we see the two Pritchard brothers in show. Oh, nice play here by they go the short side. They're just short of the line. He has to leave that. That's poor there from McPherson. Sorry, from Scott. And just short. And then they go over the Reds. It's Uru. Seru Uru goes over for the Reds. Try time Reds. His first try of the season for Seru Uru. And it's a massive try. Massive kick. And the kick is easy. Good kick there. So 27 points to 21. It's about half a game, isn't it? Mohadin says, don't see the Brumbies beating the Reds. Well, they will have to go and score a try. The Brumbies, they will have to score a try to win this game. And then don't let the Reds score a try. Uru takes the kick off really well. I thought the ball was going to be turned over there to break down. Where Sean is going to put this one into the sky. Good contest, Tom Wright. For, knocks it forward. No, knocks it backwards. A Brumbies ball. The Reds don't have a bonus point. Oh, turnover. Turnover yet by the Reds. Another turnover. Harry Wilson puts in a kick. It's been touched down. Rob Bellatini picks it up. But his pass goes into the hands of a Reds player. Answered by Sami winning it. Nobody wants the ball. Sapsord is on, and David Faloluani is off for the Brumbies. Try score, and that's a good clearance kick for the Reds. The Reds do not have a bonus point, Mohadin. So, how the bonus points work in the Super Rugby is you have to score 3 more tries than your opponent. So, the Brumbies have scored 3 tries. So, that means the Reds will have to score 6 tries to take the lead, to take a bonus point. But a losing bonus point. The Brumbies have a losing bonus point. Taken into the front. Well done by the Brumbies. And this is a good run by Roron. And now Nick Frost. Sure. Reds getting off the line. This is good defense from the Reds. Holly Sapsford. Oh, that's backwards. No, says the referee. That's a knock on. Calling for the stretcher, I think there. Time is okay, not calling. Just calling for a bit more medical attention. That's awkwardly there. Nathan says, I won't be on the Bath game. It will be a Hamish will be on the Bath game. Nathan. So the Bath and the Ulster game will. The Bath game that's next. Oh, the Bath game's tomorrow, isn't it? I don't know what Hamish has decided between the Bath game and the on the 20 Rugby Championship. I won't unfortunately be live, but Hamish will be. I think he's gonna do the Bath game and then do the New Zealand on the 20s. I think. So he will probably do the Bath game, but he will probably say that tomorrow. Well, in the semis game, what he will be doing. I think he's going to do the New Zealand game, I believe. Not sure. So as it stands, the Reds move into fourth and the Brumbies drop to sixth. Oh, did he say that this morning? Okay. Then he's probably gonna do the Dragons game then. I'm not sure. So you'll have to hear from him, but I know he's doing the two semis today. I'm not sure. Oh, Hunter by Sammy with a massive run there, massive carry. Gets up to the 10-meter line. That's good defense here from the Brumbies. They're over the ball. Referee says leave it. Okay, so yeah. I'm not sure then what his plan is. Harry Wilson. Break run. Need to play it. Phillips clears it. I'm not sure, Nathan, to be honest. So, oh, juggled there by Tane Edmund. Ends up to be a very good kick there by Phillips. Is that knocked backwards? He's not doing the Dragons. He's not doing the Dragons, and I presume he will be doing the Bath game. I'm not really sure what his plan is then. So apologies, Nathan, but I won't be. Oh, that's stripped in attacker by Rob Valentini. What? The Reds have a scrum. I thought it was red, but I think the referee says there was a forward pass in there. Or a knock on. So Ben Volavola is on for, I believe, for Phillips. So yeah, no, that's not Phillips who's off. No, it is Phillips. Phillips is off for the Reds, and Ben Volavola is on. Okay, so he's doing that in the 20 games and not the semis. Okay. Advantage for the Reds of scrum time. Vola puts the kick through. This could be a good one. Oh, Dalgunu just couldn't hit, but it will go back for the penalty. Now a massive decision here for the Reds. Do you go for the 3 points, make it yes, I'm sure, Jason. I'm sure of a lot of things. I'm sure the Reds are not going to take 3 points. And Fola throws this one. So 9 point game. So that means the Brumbies will have to score at least twice. They have to get points twice. Seru Uru. Salakaya Lotu. Sean gonna put this one into the sky. The Brumbies currently sit 5th. If they lose this game, they will drop to 6th, Mohadin. This is a game of 5th versus 6th. Yeah, penalty there against Josh Nasser. Coming there very through the middle, but then he kicked the ball, which he's not allowed to do, says the referee. Say Ned Med, former world class player, looks for touch. Does really well. I came through the middle, then I think the kick. Brumbies currently set. Where's the log? Here's the log. No. Here's the log. The table. So Brumbies at 5th, Reds at 6th. If the Reds win, they go up to 4th. If the Brumbies win, they also go up to 4th. So whoever loses will be in 6th, and the winner will be in 4th. Oh, but the Brumbies on the attack. Just outside the Reds 22, that pass. Going in behind. Now they have to regroup. 2 does really well. They now hands on the ball. They're facing right. He has to leave. Rob Valentini. They need a big carry at the Brumbies to get them back over that advantage line. Tainted Med gives it to Nick Frost. Nick Frost is brought down. The big Tainted Med has to do some work at the breakdown. Tom Wright, his tackle is out up and he's going to be carried out. The referee says it's a maul. And it won't come out. It's turned over by the Reds. Interesting call there by Ben O'Keefe. Holding him up there. So they had more. The sun is shining by me, Mohaddin, but it is not that hot. So 9 minutes left in this game. And 9 minutes left in this game. The Brumbies can still win, but I feel like the Reds are gonna win. I feel like they've just done enough. Good stream. Anu Backbench next week, and it happens again this weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well, Chelsea fan. Fluke straightens, gets balls off, gap there. Where's Sean? Ben Falalau. Sorry, Pritchard there. Not now gonna come out. He needs to use it. Where's Sean? Campbell chasing Tom Wright. That's a good tackle on Tom Wright. Get numbers back, the Brumbies. On again. And the mirror, it is it hard. And now Tom Wright. He's also tackled. Just can't get the pass away. Tainted Sapsford. And he's bundled into touch. The Reds putting in some defensive shifts in here. My pleasure, Mohadin. Thank you guys for allowing me to do this. Clock is becoming an enemy here for the Brumbies. Some hard tackles. Sorry, I got a lot to tackle them hard there. Tackled and they mirrored. So there's a Reds line out. Oh, is that skew? Very close. How's it? My Bruce says weekend filled with rugby and EFC main card starting now at 1 p.m. Could get used to this. Yeah, no, absolutely. Starting at 1 p.m. is nice. Like, it's a good build up before the rugby. Rugby starting at 3 hours time, so that's a good build up. Oh, almost an interception there by Lon again. Harry Wilson with 6.5 minutes to go for the Brumbies. They need to score twice. Leave it. Payne Vola. Shakes off it. Turnover. They have won it. And Lonergan goes for the kick. Could it be a 50-22? Bounce off the rugby ball is in favour of the Reds. Ben Vola. He gives it to Fluke. Fluke with the kick. Oh, that's an excellent kick by Ben Fluke. Sorry, Josh Fluke. Great kick. How's it, my bruises? I'm calling in now. Aussies will win the Players' World Cup this year. I don't know. I think they have to beat the All Blacks twice. I think they will come close. I think they will win one game. They will lose the other one. But not bad shout. They're playing some good rugby. Jersey's along there. But the Brumbies now on the attack. Long again. Tiny mid. Swings it to Sapsford. Sapsford looks for a kick that's gonna be too far. That's gonna roll over the dead ball line. 22 or scrum. I think. Yeah, scrum from where it was taken all. Yes, I do support the Springboks. Mohadin. Well, good job, Jason. That's not odd to call that. Stephen Larkin. The Brumbies need to find something. It is a scrum from where he kicked it. That's just inside the Reds half. Brumbies are set now to lose 3 matches in a row for the first time since March 2018. This is the first time The Brumbies are gonna lose 3 games in a row. Oh, Pritchard! Thumbs off the defender. And the referee says he's gone out. Flag is up. Shopping now for coffee. Burbles was fabulous this roof. Miss Let's Go Boys. Oh, they were doing well when you were in the chat, Roof. Now they're not doing so well. Line out for the Brumbies inside their own half. They will need to get upfield and get upfield quickly. Good move. Yeah, Andy Murray now pops it up for Rob Bellatini. That one's gone forward. Referee says it just rolled forward off the boot. Ron again gives it to Murray. Up to halfway, the Brumbies. I can't believe the draw one. They have to score before these 3 minutes are up. The Brumbies. Oh, Fraser Milwright is over that one. Penalty advantage though to the Brumbies. Tane Edmed gives it to and they'll go back for the penalty. I thought Fraser Milwright won that clearly. They're going for the shot because they need to score twice. So they're going for the shot 50 meters out. That's tough. Getting the bonus point. That's a tough kick to come here. Looking to get a losing bonus point here, the Brumbies. This is a big kick. If Tane Edmund gets us over, fair enough. But this is a big 50-meter kick. Oh, that's a massive kick. Does he have the direction? No, it doesn't. He had the distance, but it goes away to the left. And with a minute left, that's rough. That's tough on the Brumbies. They tried to go for the free to get the bonus point, but Joe Campbell taking his time. And a minute to play. The Brumbies will need something special to pull this off. But Andy Murray gets past 1. Sorry, 2. It's 2, not Murray. And now the Brumbies moving it. They're driven backwards. Tom Wright. 30 seconds left for the Brumbies to salvage a losing bonus point here. Would Paul have kicked that over? Absolutely, he would have. Yeah, 15 seconds left. Game's done, but can they salvage a bonus point here, the Brumbies? It could be crucial coming to that playoff fight. Pritchard fends off his brother off the inside. Of course, his brother playing at number 23 for the Reds. That ball is knocked on, and that's the game. The Reds have done the double over the Brumbies, and the Brumbies lose 3 games in a row for the first time since March 2018. The Brumbies drop to 6th spot, and the Reds fly up into the top 4. Lucas Salakalotu getting the man of the match. He was absolutely everywhere. And the Brumbies, they do enough. And Fortunately, just couldn't do enough. The Brumbies. I do just quickly want to get the table up for you guys. Then we can react to. Oh, they won't go into fourth. The Reds go into fifth. I thought they would go into. Oh yeah, but they don't get the bonus points. That's why. Let me just check Super Rugby's website. Huge effort from the Reds. I have not updated it, but we can do the math. They are fourth. They are fifth. So let me quickly get the table for you guys. Reminds me of the 2011 Reds team. Nice sighted canvas. Admit is weak. Schmidt disgraced Wallabies by playing him. Yeah, he's not that great, is he? Nukai Salakai Lotu. From which country is Salakai Lotu from? Is he Aussie? Oh, he's Aussie. Jeez, he's a big guy. Okay, let me quickly add this. No. Okay. Um. Okay, but can we move this just small? Can't. Okay, cancel. Pushes. Put that there. No. Okay. I'm just gonna show it. You guys won't see my face. But as you guys can see, the Reds are now in fifth with 27 points. They do have a game in hand. The Crusaders are also in 27th. And then the Chiefs are third with 36, the Blues 37, Canes 40. So the top three probably set. It's this pack here. The Crusaders probably safe, Red safe, Brumbies. Brumbies are the one now. But the fact that the Brumbies won means that it's gonna be a big one. Wait, why isn't on this one? Yeah, okay, so this one is more accurate. So we're gonna follow this one. Just the Reds are now in fifth and the Brumbies are in sixth, basically. And the Chiefs have dropped down. So of course the Reds do play the Chiefs next weekend. That's gonna be a big game. But yeah, the Brumbies now they play the Force next weekend. And if the Force somehow get away with a win, that's gonna be a big one. Gonna be come on, I says Big Rig. Yeah, they're at the bottom. They're not doing great, aren't they? McLaughlin Phillips. Yeah, he's a great player, isn't he? Congrats, Reds. Good win for the Reds. And it's gonna be a big last few games to see who gets the win. So yeah. But gonna end it off here. Thank you guys for joining. Very good game. Finishes 30 points to 21. The Reds now on 27 points and the Brumbies on 25. 5 points away from being out of the playoffs. So It's gonna be an interesting race for that sixth and fifth spot. So yeah, see you all in on the next one. Hamish will be live for the Champions Cup semi-finals that start in an 2 hour and 40 minutes, I would say. So not long to go till then, but yeah. But that's bye from me. See you guys probably in the chat sometime. So yeah, cheers, guys.